Hi, this is Summer's Tips and Stitches, and today I'm going to talk about this pattern that I made and the yarn that I made it with. Okay, so this is called the River Shawl. See that? The whole reason I made it is because I wanted to use my Mandala Tweed that I had gotten in a swap, I believe, from Patty. I have since I can't find the pattern anywhere, and in being clever, because I keep them in those like sheet protectors, I tucked the ball band of this yarn in the pattern because I was like, oh, I won't lose this pattern, and then I can tell everybody what colorway I used. So after making this video, I'm then going to run around the house a little bit more and try to find the pattern so that I can tell you what the colorway is for this yarn. She had sent me two yarn tweeds, Mandala Tweeds. I don't know if you can see there's one up there. I can't line up my hand. Right there. But anyway, this is the one I used. I took two skeins, and all I had left was this much. I really love this pattern because rather than being in the straight lines, as you can see, it's wavy. My husband said like a DNA strand. The pattern is very simple to follow. In fact, it was so simple I ended up losing the actual pattern and just sitting and crocheting it. The other thing that's really awesome about this pattern, it's very easy to hide your mistakes. So, for example, when you're doing this repeat that comes from the, let's do it right here, from the small to the treble crochet down to the single crochet, sometimes I wouldn't be paying attention and I'd mess it up. And then on the next row, I was very easily able to fix it because between every row of these, single crochet, build up all the way to treble crochet is 2 rows of single crochet. You go down one side and then you come back up side and then you do your repeat. So it was very easy to hide the errors. You can't tell from here, but this thing is riddled with errors. Sometimes I would have to do 2 double crochets before I did the 2 treble crochets, and you're only supposed to do 1 of each except for the treble. And then sometimes I would mess up and I would do 2 half. I mean, I just wung it. I was just winging it the whole time because I kept getting off. Isn't that just so beautiful? This looks like the beach to me, like the sand and the water and the beach. So yeah, it was really, really easy pattern to read, easy pattern to follow. Now, if you're a perfectionist, you're going to have to keep counting. You'll have to keep track of your counting because like I said, halfway through and into the next round, I'd realize I was wrong. And because I don't mind faking it, I would just sneak in an extra single crochet to kind of cover it. But if that bothers you, this pattern will take a lot of counting. Let's see if you can see Juanita wearing it better. There she is, wearing it. So yeah, it was really, really nice. Like I said, you're going to have to do a lot of counting or you'll have to be flexible and not mind having to adjust your patterns. Now this is the River Shawl. I found it on Ravelry by typing in to the Ravelry search Mandala Tweed, and a bunch of patterns came up. And I remember seeing a while ago that Z had made one or something similar with that pattern where it got up. I think she used it on that Traveling Infinity scarf for Seta. So I saw this, I was like, oh, I want to do it. Now, I didn't buy it from Ravelry. I think on Ravelry, it's like a $2.50 pattern. You can go to her blog and get it for free. But of course, it has all those pictures and it's spread out. And if you're like me, I don't use the internet copy. I always print them off. And printing that's kind of a nightmare. And she links 2 places if you want to purchase the PDF. One, I believe, is Ravelry, and the other is her Etsy shop. So Rich Textured Crochet is the name of her Etsy shop and her YouTube channel, and I'm guessing just her brand or whatnot. So I went to that Etsy shop, Rich Texture Crochet, and I bought the pattern for $1.83. I'm guessing that Ravelry upmarks the cost so that they're making money and she's making money. So I just went right to, I'm sure Etsy marks up the cost too, right? But maybe less, I don't know, because it was only $1.83 on Etsy, where it was like $2 something in Ravelry. And then again, like I said, you go to her blog and it's free. And then you can go to her YouTube channel and she's got a tutorial on how to do this. So it was really nice. Now the Mandala Tweed, I love it. It's a little bit fuzzier of a yarn than the regular Mandala, and it's definitely a bigger strand than the Mandala, the regular Mandala cakes. I will say right away, I pulled from the outside because that's the color I wanted to start with, and there was a knot like 2 feet in, and I was like, what? I hope this cake isn't full. But the whole rest of that cake and all of the other cake, there was no knots. It was one strand all the way through. So I really liked that. There is a little bit of a splitting, but as you can see, it's because it's two-toned. Let's see, where did I put my little tidbit? There you go. As you can see, it's two-toned. The blue and the cream are twisted. It looks like there's 2 strands of cream with 2 strands of blue twisted together. And so there is a little bit of splitting involved. Not very much. I used my clover hook, and I find that clovers really, for me personally, reduce the amount of splitting that a yarn does to the point where it doesn't bother me. So all in all, I really love the yarn. It almost had, rather than an acrylic feel, to me it felt kind of like a soft cotton, but it's not, it's acrylic. So I really, really loved it. I loved the yarn. I loved these colors. And there was not a lot of knots or not splitting to the point where it was bothering me by any means. I would just pull out that stitch or two and fix it. I think knitting has made me appreciate crochet more, because if you have a problem with knitting, it's so much more a pain in the bum to pull it out and fix it than crochet. Crochet, you're just like bloop, 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 and then you can go back in. And so any kind of little mistake where it's like where the yarn split and it didn't pull all the way through, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to, because I know knitting is so much more horrible when you have to unknit your mistakes. Ugh. So yeah, I really do like it. So head on over. Now, when I found this pattern, I kind of feel foolish. I bought it off her Etsy shop, and they always have these like little boxes where you can type a message. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to make this pattern and talk about it on my YouTube channel. And I mean, I always say that to people. I don't know why. Just so that they know that if they get an increase in sales, maybe it's because I talked about it. I don't know. Well, anyway, I said that, and then I posted it in our Facebook, Summer's Tips and Stitches Facebook group, that I was going to be working on this during spring break. And somebody's like, oh, I really love her patterns and channel. It's like, she must have a few other things out. So today, when I was trying to find where I bought the pattern and all that kind of jazz, I found her YouTube channel. And I was like, holy cats, she's got 40,000 subscribers. So she really could give 2 winks on whether or not I mention her pattern or not, right? But anyway, I thought I would. I really liked it. Head on over to either her Ravelry and buy it if you're interested, or if you want to pay a little less, go to her Etsy. It's a little less. I'm thinking that's because Etsy charges less to sell a pattern. Because why would she sell it cheaper on one platform versus the other? Or get it free off her blog or her channel. And you know what? I think this would work with any yarn. I was thinking about how nice this would look in, where's the ball band? I was thinking it would look really nice in the yarn being glowing. I'm actually making a baby sweater. That's something, I'll tell you what, the school ban on school right now has been really fun. This is the next pattern I started to talk about with you guys. But I was using glowing for that, and I thought, you know what? That would look really nice in this pattern as well, because I really like the way the color in these lay out. And then I also was thinking, which one is it? Well, I can't see it off the top of my head, and I don't want to look for it. But there was another one that I thought this would look really good in. Oh, the Scarfy yarn. Let's see if I reach it. I have 3 Scarfy yarns over there, and I thought maybe this would look nice in Scarfy yarn. And it's kind of thicker like like this Mandala Tweed. So try it out. You don't have to use the Mandala Tweed. You can try it with some of those other yarns. I think it would be just as nice. And to be honest, you can go out and get your good old Red Heart and make it. I just really like the tonal, the look to that. Like I said, it looks to me like a beach. It's just so beautiful. All right, that is what I have for this video on the Rivers Shawl and using Mandala Tweed. All right, thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my video. And into the next video, happy crafting. Bye.